Are we on?
You're live.
We're live. Let's see how many people join in for Wisdom Wednesday.
Wisdom Wednesday.
Trying something new here, not letting people know ahead of time that I am on, that we are on. Kryptonian, how are you? You are the first one. Jason, Life with Malia, Arash, Anthony, Simino or Chimino. How are you all? Hi, Mama B. Hi, everyone. How are you? It's so nice to be with all of you. Oh, I wish I could physically be with all of you. That would mean so much to me. Thanks so much for logging in. I really appreciate it. Love having you all here. Greetings from Berlin. Wow. Ben, thank you so, so much. How has it been? Maddie wishes love. Mama B wishes love too. How has it been? I'll be honest with you. It's been a rough day for me today. I feel very vulnerable right now because I did a lot of crying today. I spent time with a friend of mine who is also a mom who lost 2 children today. And as I'm saying it, I'm choked up. And being with her puts things into perspective. And just realizing that everyone is going through stuff. There's a lot of people going through things in the world. And then there are those of us who are called to go to these situations. Like I say to the kids, we are called to go towards the fire. There are people running away from the fire. We go towards the fire with buckets of water. And so that's what I've been feeling today. So this is Mama B in her vulnerability. And just so you know that crying is always a good thing, letting it out, being honest and letting people know where you're at, and finding the helpers. That is so important. As Mr. Rogers said, search for the helpers, find the helpers. There are a lot of helpers out there. But even the helpers sometimes need to breathe and to cry and to evaluate the good and the bad that's in the world, that is all around us. So that's my story. That's what I've been doing today. But I really wanted to jump on here and say hello to all of you and see how you guys are doing and be there for you and answer your questions and offer support and love. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. I see you. Leslie Drury, one of my OG, I don't like to use the word followers, one of my OG supporters, lovers. To me, a lover is not something that is like sexual or intimate. To me, a lover is someone that offers love. And Leslie, I see you, that you are one of those people. And wow, thank you, Marissa. I remember I was going through a pretty hard time a couple of years ago and I DM'd you about it and you replied with a beautiful message. So thank you for being such an inspiration. So grateful. You know what? That's what we do for each other, is we offer support and love, because nobody comes out of this world unscathed. Just so you know that actually there's a really great show that we're watching, which is Made on Netflix. And it's excellent. It is so indicative of what people go through in life. There are people with nothing who suffer, and there are people with a lot who suffer. And the levels of suffering are just different for everyone. But nobody goes through this life without having trauma or difficulties or suffering, whatever it is. This is the beauty and the ugliness of life, which is life can be beautiful and life can be awful. But the important thing is that we stick together as a human family and that we're there for each other and that we remember that we are not on this journey alone and that we are all experiencing the same thing in one form or another, but that it's all the same. There is no difference. And so you being there, I'm here, we are the same. You and I, we are mirrors of each other, and we need to band together, like lock arms. I have a vision of the world coming together and locking arms together as brothers and sisters, as soul brothers and sisters. And that's really how we're going to change the world. So thank you for being here. And let's answer some questions. I love that. Blink One Traffic Light Fan. La vida puede ser hermosa, pero a veces la vida puede ser un poco malo y estoy de acuerdo contigo. Life can be sometimes beautiful, but it can also be ugly. And that is so true. That is what Buddha said. Buddha said that to be human is to suffer. But we have to remember that there are certain things that we can do, like non-attachment. Don't attach yourself to who you are. Don't attach yourself to the outcome. Remember that we are all here as light beings. We are here as divinity, as God ourselves, so that we can change the world ourselves. So, Victor, ¿estudiaste psicología? Victor is asking, did I study psychology? I have. For the last 15 years, I have been studying psychology because really, if you want to know the meaning of life and the importance of what is really important in life, if you live in this world, so again, you have to be in this world, not of this world. So the world will teach you to focus on what's outside of you, the external. So you want to be beautiful and rich and all of these things. Can I tell you something? None of that will bring you ultimate happiness. You want to get to the real foundation and the beauty of life, get inside the mind and the inside. You have to understand the mind and the way that we function on a cerebral level and who we are inside our soul. And that will bring you clarity of why we are all here, who we are, what we're here to do. So I highly recommend, if you have not begun the study of psychology and the study of the mind and sociology, the study of people, society, please, please, please start picking up those books. Get into that, like search it up online and you will go into a rabbit hole. And I promise you that that will be life-changing for you. Once you understand people, why people do things the way that they do it, the reasoning behind it, total game changer. And so, yes, that is one of my passions, is to understand psychology. Can you give tips on giving without expectation? Thank you. Maxime Allaire. Bonjour, Maxime. I'm guessing you're French. That's a wicked name. Can you give tips on giving without expectation? Yes. Give without expectation. There you go. That's the beauty of it. Actually, today we had an encounter with some children where we gave our time to kids and we made them smile and we gave back to them. Like, there is nothing more beautiful in the world than to give to someone that cannot repay you. There is no payback. You can make a difference in someone's life knowing that they can never give you anything in return. And the ultimate is towards children. If you can make a difference in a child's life, beautiful. Or a homeless person, making their day without pulling out your phone and filming it and putting them on the spot. Those are the most beautiful sentiments that we will feel as human beings. I can tell you that, as AB family, we have stayed in beautiful hotels. We have eaten at extravagant restaurants. We've had beautiful meals. We have incredible experiences. But nothing compares to making a difference in someone's life, and especially in a child's life. So if you have not begun that, begin a life of service. That is the key message that I want to give to all of you, is try to make a difference in someone's life, especially in the life of a child. That is life-changing. Like that, you will understand why we are all here, and making a child smile, one of the greatest things ever. Thank you, Cruz. Hi, Mama B. Love you and your family. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much.
Depeche is in the chat.
Depeche? What's Depeche saying? Depeche saying.
Depeche, love you, Mama B.
Oh, thank you, Depeche. Depeche is one of our, he's like a brother to us. And Depeche has been there through the good and bad. And we all need people like him who are there through the good and the bad times. True friends are not just there when you have a party and it's like, good times. You know who's there for you when you are in the mud, when you are going through dark times. And you also know who's there for you when you're going through good times, like Gabby, who just came out with her music video and her new album. The people who are clapping for you when you win, those are also who you know who was there for you. I was cleaning. Karina and Eva and Maria. Hola, Mama B. Sorry I was late. I was cleaning. What were you cleaning? What were you cleaning? I'm so interested to know. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to clean houses. And so this is another reason why I really identify with this new show Made on Netflix. I'm not promoting this show. I'm not getting paid for this. There are certain things that really, really trigger my emotions. And this show is one of them because the protagonist, she is a maid and she is escaping again, trying not to cry. Wow, it's one of those days. She's escaping a domestic abuse relationship. And I also identify with that because I don't know if you guys know, but I was married before. I was 18 years old when I got married, just divorced by 19. This is not Papa B. This is my other life that I had before my family. And I was married to someone who was very, very ugly and violent. And when I say ugly, I mean ugly internally. I don't care what people look like. I look at people's insides. And so this show Made speaks to me on that level as a domestic violence survivor. It speaks to me as someone who cleaned houses and, knows what the other side of the world is like. And so now we go around as quote unquote celebrities. What does that mean? I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but it's really when you experience both sides of the spectrum that you understand how unfair our society is, where some people are regarded as less because they clean versus someone who is a celebrity and they're treated like royalty, which I completely don't agree with. I don't believe that there should be people in the world drinking from gold chalices while there are children in the world eating from garbage, from piles of garbage. That is ridiculous to me. I will never understand that. And if I was the president of the world, I would change that. But I don't think that people like me become the president, but whatever. They don't want compassionate, loving people like me. I get it.
Politicians, compassionate and loving?
I know, right?
Doesn't work.
Caleb, thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you to all of you. Honestly, if you guys weren't here, I would be talking to an empty room and that would be no fun. So the fact that you are all here with me, this is what I want. It's about community. In Sanskrit, in the yoga world, we call it Sangha. That is community. This is how we change the world, is by coming together, like-minded people. This is how we create change. I'm not Mexican, 1987. What do you do to stay humble and thankful with success? I feel it is easy to take things for granted. I catch myself often, but I struggle sometimes. So it is really important to me as a person and to raise my family, especially my kids, staying humble, staying grounded. I know where we came from. And so one of the things that I would love to talk more in the future is, people see us now and we live in this beautiful home and we have this incredible life, but no one sees what we went through to get to this point. And both Papa and I came from humble beginnings. Our families didn't have a lot. Our parents emigrated to this country from back home, and we came with nothing, and our parents struggled. And we struggled and we've been through really rough times and we sacrificed and we worked really, really hard. Like, people don't see that part where you work really hard. And that is something that I carry with me that I'm proud of. I'm proud of that story. I'm proud that I used to clean people's toilets, but now, I get to go and play tennis with the ladies in the neighborhood. Like, how awesome is that you can come from humble beginnings and become something and be able to change the world? Like, that's mind-blowing to me. That was my dream and I did it. And I want all of you to do it. And so that's the reason why I'm here, is I want to be a source of inspiration to you, where I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. On the contrary, my mother was never home. She worked late nights. I was telling my kids that at their age, I was raising my younger sister because my mom was never around. And so whatever you're going through, it makes you stronger. It makes you more resilient. It makes you passionate. It makes you so determined indomitable strength to be kind to yourself, to love yourself, and to get to that point where you can achieve your wildest dreams. Like if someone had said to me 15, 20 years ago, Rosanna, you're going to be on a world stage one day, I'd be like, get out of here. You're insane. And here we are. So miracles do happen. Don't ever, ever stop dreaming. Don't ever give up hope. I promise you miracles happen. Just believe in yourself, believe in miracles, believe in God, and have faith and hope, because we need to grab onto that faith and that hope to get through this insanity that we call life. So yeah. No worries, Haven, and I've got to go, Mama, but I wanted to pop on and say hi. Thank you to you, my love. Thank you for being here. I love you so, so much. You have no idea. If you can eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ooh, gotta say Indian food. Pra, 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 pra. And when I say Indian food, I mean like Indian, Pakistani, anything that includes like curries and masala and garam masala and all these beautiful spices that, were introduced to me, and I love them. Anything that is different. I even love like Jamaican food, Caribbean, anything like that. I absolutely love it. So love it. Pra, 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 pra. Miguel Gaming.
Yeah, what's up, Miguel?
So for those of you who don't know, like I didn't grow up in rich neighborhoods and stuff like that. Can I say I'm so careful in what I say because I don't want to be canceled, because I realize the word. So I grew up in like a poorer area. And so I'm proud of that, like kind of gangster ghetto. Can I say that?
Gangster.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Can I
You
say
grew up
that?
You grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood.
In a pretty rough neighborhood. And so I'm proud of where I've come from, what I have achieved. I went from, again, being in a neighborhood that mostly immigrants live in, a lot of Latinos, Black, a lot of, minorities, and going from that and being able to achieve what we have now, it's pretty eye-opening and humbling. So, hello from Germany.
Germany.
Mantarax. Amazing.
It's like 2 a.m.
Gasp. She said gangsta. So guys, can I tell you something? Like this whole cancel culture bull crap, and I'm trying to be like very honest with my language and try not to swear because I do have a bit of a potty mouth, although I try to contain myself in these situations. It is so ridiculous what we have become as a society, as a civilization, where we cannot be free and open and say what we want to say, and people don't recognize the intentions that we have behind it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And to assume that someone cannot make a mistake and not learn from it and grow, that we have to assume that people have to be perfect in every single word and syllable that they say is so...
I know, right?
It's
I know.
ridiculous. It's so insane. So can you do me a favor? Can you not feed into this absurdity that is cancel culture, and where people are so freaking high and mighty and righteous, thinking that they are somehow morally superior to someone else? Absolutely not. We are all sinners. We all make mistakes. We're all on this journey of learning, and we all need to just pat each other on the back and say, listen, you're doing the best you can. I'm doing the best we can. Can we just be there for each other, to educate each other and support each other without shaming each other? And how dare someone think that they are better than someone else? We're not. We're all just walking each other home. We're all doing the best that we can. So
Yeah. Cancel culture was invented to divide us.
cancel culture was invented to divide us. Did you hear what Papa B said? Do not feed into any narratives that divide us, okay? Do not. Whatever it is, I don't need to go into everything that's happening where the world tries to divide us and get us to fight with each other. Do not feed into it. Don't be part of it. If you don't engage, they can't win to divide us and make us hate each other. The solution is and will always be love.
Yeah.
Love thyself and love thy neighbor. The golden rule: treat others as you want to be treated yourself. Hi from Australia.
Amen.
Shay Musgrove. Beautiful. Wow. Hello from South Africa. Crazy Frog. Wow. So many beautiful people. Saludos desde El Salvador.
Wow.
Erica Mariela Martinez. I love it. Much love from Canada.
Canada.
Aswitha. Wow. Mic drop.
Peru.
Mahar Singh. Hola desde Peru. Alejandra Salas. Hello from Toronto. Wow. So many beautiful people. Trudeau who? Natalie Cauchi. Papa B is his new replacement. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I don't want to speak bad about Trudeau. I don't know him, but I'm very disappointed. Not going to lie. I actually knocked on doors for him. I went door to door, and what has become, anyways, I don't want to make this political. Everyone always says, Mama B, don't get political, but how can you not get political in this world where it's politics, it's our political leaders that are destroying everything, that are separating us, that are creating this insanity that we are living through right now, where literally my daughter cannot go to a restaurant. A 15-year-old can't get together with a girlfriend without showing papers and documents. It's absurd. It's insane. It's ridiculous. There's so much more I can say on this, but again, I don't want to make enemies. I want to make friends. I want to make lovers. I want to make unity and friendship and community. And so, again, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Hello from Ukraine. Ami.
Wow.
Ami Toshiro. Mon ami, my friend. Ami means friend in French. Speaking of your daughter, how is she doing, Aisha? She's doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. She's very happy with everything that's happened with her music, and we're all super, super happy. I'm from Utah, Presley Savage. Wow.
She was wearing an inflatable Snoopy costume just a couple of
Yeah,
minutes
she
ago,
is. She's wearing an inflatable Snoopy costume, and it's comforting to hear that from you. I'm not Mexican. Thank you so much. Honestly, I have no other motive than to be here and to offer light and truth that is so rare, I find, in our world. Everything is an illusion. Everything is fake. You know, fake is popular, real is rare, and we have to have more of these truthful, honest, loving, lightful conversations, because I know that there are so many people who are going through so much stuff, and it's because they're believing everything that they see in the world, and there is so much nonsense out there. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
I've had coaching people, people who booked appointments with me who want to know what I think on things like Britney Spears and different topics. And I'm always, super. It's always funny to me what people want to know my thoughts on when they get me one-on-one. And so, yeah, it's really, really interesting. Isabel, I'm becoming more anxious about eating. Ever since school, I'm losing weight. Can I tell you something, Isabel? I don't know how old you are, but if I can give you a piece of advice, I wish someone had taught me from a young age to have a healthy relationship with my body, to love myself, and to have a healthy relationship with food. Food is something that is there to nourish us. It's a source of energy, to fill our bellies. And when did food become such an awful thing where we're afraid of it? And, we're afraid of like how we look, how we're perceived because of ridiculous beauty standards that are out there, especially on social media. So if you can just alleviate that stress and anxiety that you have by having a loving relationship with yourself and your body, loving yourself, and seeing food as your friend. It's not something to be afraid of or, to have this awful relationship with. Just be aware of what you're putting in your body. Obviously, treat yourself if you like cookies or chips or whatever it is, donuts. Like those are all, things that I absolutely love, just in moderation. Don't go too heavy. And, remember to include physical activity, exercise like whatever you call it. Is it dancing? Is it tennis? Is it, working out? Is it gymnastics, basketball? There's so many things that you can do to move your body. And that will also help with stress, alleviating stress. So Donuts for life. Donuts for life.
Donuts for
I love it.
president.
How do I deal with family that died? Shay Musgrove. So I believe that we go to a better place when we die. I believe that we are here for whatever time we're here for, the number of years. And when a loved one leaves, honestly, I see it as they're going to a better place. They're going back home. I believe that as souls, we are here on a mission on earth, but that then we go back to wherever it is, universe, heaven, whatever you believe in. And that's actually the good place that we go to. We go back to where our souls belong. And so when someone leaves this planet, when they leave this earth, I don't feel so sad. I feel like you completed your mission on earth. Thank you for serving us. Thank you for being a source of change and inspiration and light. And I wish you well on your journey back home. And we'll see you again when you reincarnate and come back to this planet. So that is my take on it. I don't feel sad. Obviously, I feel sad when it's a child. Like I told you earlier, I spent time with this woman who lost her 2 kids. That is gut wrenching. But when it's an older person and they've lived on this planet lots of years, it's like, job well done. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I wish you well in your journey back home. Eating healthier can also make you feel a lot better mentally. 100%. I notice the difference. Like when I eat, really greasy food and stuff that isn't really grown from the earth. Like if all your food is beige in color, probably not a good idea. That's not to say that I don't love like deep fried spring rolls and deep fried everything. I love it. But try to incorporate different colors in your plate, vegetables, things that actually come from the earth. And that will actually make a difference in your energy levels, in your mood, in so many things. And I notice it myself, like I'm my own experiment. When I eat healthy the next day, I have more energy to work out, to exercise. I'm happier. My mind is clearer. So if you haven't incorporated that yet, healthy eating habits, please do. That makes a huge, huge change. Are you Christian? Ronnie Enderlor. Are you Christian? So I'll be honest with you. I grew up as Catholic. I moved on to Christianity. I then studied world religions. Like I wanted to understand what is it about, religion that divides us where, one person believes this, one person believes that. And so I've always been someone where I want to understand things so that I can then make my own deduction. Like I like to deduce things, which just means that I make my own decisions on something. I don't believe what the world tells me. I don't believe what textbooks tell me. I like to learn about things and then feel it inside my body, in my gut, in my gut brain. And with religion, I believe that religion is just different avenues to get us to the same place. And so depending on where you come from in the world and who you believe in, I believe that whoever we believe in are all different sources to get us to the same place, which is God, which is consciousness, which is divinity, which is the all-knowing source of love. And so while I do believe in God 100%, I follow God, I follow Jesus, I don't only identify with the Christian religion. I have studied Hinduism, the Hindu gods. I have studied Islam. I have studied Buddhism. It's so intriguing to me and so interesting because the foundation is all the same. And so if you haven't gone into this, I strongly encourage you to do it. So, study world religions. It's so interesting and it's beautiful to be able to walk into someone else's temple or place of worship and see their gods and who they worship and the way that they worship. It's so, so beautiful. And so one of the most beautiful experiences I had was when I went to India and I was able to meditate there, and I hope to return, but it was so, so beautiful. And so in my bedroom, this is my bedroom, and I call this my healing room. I have statues of Jesus. I have statues of the Virgin Mary, but I also have Buddha. I have Hanuman. I have all kinds of different
Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin, which is the goddess of compassion. And so, when they say, oh, don't honor like different gods, there are many gods. There are many people and saints who recognize divinity and enlightenment in this lifetime. When they say don't, honor other gods, to me that's money. Don't worship money. Don't worship celebrity. It's things like that. Those things will make you absolutely crazy. But to think that there weren't other gods other than Jesus or God, like there were many other divine beings. So, too much?
Yeah. No, that's
Too
amazing.
much?
That's amazing.
Ah! Moss, my home is filled with many deities also. Harmony. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you so, so much. That means so much to me because that is something that I don't really show because people have a lot of judgment, right? Like everybody's filled with judgment and criticism and they think they know it all. We don't. There is so much that we don't know as human beings that we can still learn, and to think that we know everything, there is no way. And we don't know God's plan. When I look at the world and I wonder, like, why, God? Why is there so much suffering? Why is there so much pain? But then I think to myself, how dare I think that I know so much more than God? I don't. I don't know what God's plan is. All I can do is serve and to say to God, God, use my life, use my family, use me to be a source of your love and your light, and use my life to inspire others to bring them closer to your love. So,
That's amazing.
I don't know.
Amazing words of wisdom.
What's the one mantra you always go back to? Maite, Maite, I see you. What's the one mantra? Honestly, to serve the world. Be of service to the world. I remember in my university graduation, that was the message, is use what you have learned to go out there and serve the world. And that is something that I have done ever since I was a child. I was a very different kid. I was really weird. Like ever since I was a child, I'd go out into the world and I'd look, where can I help people? Who is needing of assistance? Who needs a helping hand? And that is what I've done ever since I was a kid. And it's natural to me. Like I can't mind my own business. Does that make sense? I look around me. I'm very aware of everything that's happening. And I want to help people. I want to make change. I want to be of service. And so that would be one mantra, would be the change you want to see in the world and go out there and make a change in someone's life, even if it's just a tiny little thing. It's not even money. It can be you held a door open for someone. Maybe you just made eye contact with someone and smiled. Whatever it is, you have no idea what people are going through. And even sometimes just your presence, making eye contact, offering a smile, carrying someone's bags. If you see a mom in a parking lot and she's got her kids, go and ask her, do you need help? Can I help you with anything? It's those moments that bring us back to who we are. We are humans. We are part of a human family. And in a world that continually tries to divide us and dehumanizes us, that is one way where we can rebel, is in loving each other and being of service to each other and coming back as a human family. That's awesome, Malhar Singh. I tried your oatmeal recipe once. It was fire. That's awesome. I love oatmeal. There is oatmeal's like, it's so good for you.
It's so
Like
comforting,
it's
too.
comforting. It feeds your soul. It's warm. Like I love warm foods. It makes me feel better. So I love that. And if there's any recipes or anything you guys want to see, let me know.
I'm going to join in with you here near the end here of your stream.
Yay! Look who's here. Papa
Hey, everybody.
here. Papa B is here. Papa B is here.
How's it going? I was here on the side.
The B family is the best family on YouTube also.
Thank
Where's the
you.
rest of the family? Aiden. The rest of the family is around. I know that Gabby was filming some stuff and he's actually making a YouTube,
He's making a video game.
a video game.
He's got a video game in Roblox that he's working on, so that's coming out soon. Oh, hey, Malhar. Hello. Someone said they like your chicken pot pie. Mama B's chicken pot pie is really good.
It's really, really, really good. Do you know Spanish?
Un poquito. Mama B knows more Spanish than I do. Well, you say you do, but I think I do know about the same as you.
And Papa's sister's coming over tomorrow.
Oh my
That's
gosh, yeah.
exciting. She is Chilena, and but I think we're gonna have sushi. So
I know, yeah. We're gonna my sister coming over. We're gonna eat sushi.
all
But we
right,
like
let's
sushi.
answer a couple of more questions,
All right,
everyone.
any more questions?
Wow, I can't believe we've been here for 35 minutes.
It goes fast.
It doesn't feel like it, eh?
It goes really fast.
I'm learning Spanish this school year. That's amazing, Aliyah. I love that. Let me know if you have any questions. I think Spanish is one of the easier languages to learn. French is really, really difficult.
Wouldn't
in my
French be kind of like Spanish though?
experience. No, I think French grammar is very, very difficult to learn.
Conjugating verbs.
So, really, really hard. Can you please say hi to Gabby? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Favorite food? Mama B's empanadas is my favorite food. That's for sure.
Abe, why do people take kindness for weakness? Because they don't know what to value in this world. You know, we live in a world where you should be using materials and appreciating people, but we use people and appreciate materials. And so we need to change that. You know, I think that what makes us beautiful is our kindness, is our empathy, all the things that you cannot see. Whereas in the world, it's all about being beautiful, right? External. And if you don't have it, get the plastic surgery, get the lips where we all look the same. It's actually the opposite. You are beautiful when you are kind and loving inside, when you have empathy and compassion, when you can identify with another human being who might look completely different from you. Like the most beautiful encounters I've had is when I went to countries like Jordan and Iraq, and there were people who I couldn't communicate with language-wise who looked completely different. But when we looked into each other's eyes and we smiled, we had a soul connection and we could feel each other. And it was the most beautiful thing on earth. So, yeah, very, very meaningful.
Amazing.
Why should we never give up? Miguel Espinosa, because you can't. You can't.
There's always hope.
There is always hope, and you are here for a reason. There is a reason why you are here during this time on the planet. We need you. You have gifts. You have talents that we need here on this earth. You just need to discover what they are. What are you here to offer the world? And then give it. There is a story that when we come in as babies, we come in with our fists closed. But when we understand why we are here in our talents and our gifts, we open them up and we give them to the world. So just know that you have a purpose here. You are here on a mission, and that mission is love. So even in your darkest times, remember that you are not alone, that there is a whole community. As you see all these people, you can be anywhere in the world, like JC says, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here tonight, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here because we are the light workers. We are the lovers. We are the people that are going to make a change in the world. And we're here together, supporting each other. You are never, never alone. We are here.
Yep, absolutely. And you're going to be here every Wednesday.
Every single
Wisdom
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. So make sure
Yeah.
that you come back. If we weren't able to answer your questions, we'll be back on Wednesday.
Every Wednesday we'll be here. And again, I'm always available for one-on-one coaching. If you go to my link on Instagram, it's there. How do you deal with toxic family? Miguel Gaming. So when you're young, you have no option, right? Because you live under the same roof, unfortunately, with toxic relatives. So you have to do the best you can to separate yourself, knowing you are not them, they are not you. And you need to just focus on yourself, surround yourself with good people. As you get older, you get to choose who is in your life, the people that you spend your time with, the people that you offer your energy to. And so I have had to walk away from relatives, from, blood relatives, because they were just toxic and I didn't like who I became when I was with them. And so this is for parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. If people bring out the worst in you, to me, it doesn't matter whether they're a relative, whatever it is. To me, my best friends are friends and they are there for me and they bring out the best in me. And so
Yeah, you don't get to choose your relatives. You don't get
No.
to choose your family. So when you get older, you can make the choice to
Yeah.
choose whoever you want.
yeah, and don't be afraid to walk away from people. It's hard sometimes because we live in a society that says family is everything. yes and no. So my children are everything. My family unit is everything. But my relatives are my relatives. And if they do not offer me love and support and kindness and generosity, if they bring stress to my life and anger and hatred and judgment and jealousy, I don't want them here. No. And so that's a decision we made early on, was to only allow good people, positive people, loving people into our family, into our home, that, give us love and give us light, because it's reciprocal, right? Love and respect is a two-way street. And so I encourage you to practice that in your life too. Don't be afraid of cutting off people. We need change in our life. We need change in our world. And sometimes that means that we need to change the people that are there in this life with us. So
And we can be your family too. So if you feel like you don't have family or anybody to go to, we're here.
we're your family.
We're
We're your
always here.
family. Like,
Global family.
how has this been 40 minutes? I can't even believe it.
I know, it's crazy. The time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies. But you're gonna do this next week again.
Absolutely.
You're gonna do this next week. And tomorrow we're posting a video on our main channel. I was teaching everybody how to make the Squid Game costume, because I know a lot of people want to be Squid Game guards. So, and no one can actually buy the costume because it's sold out. So figured I'd teach people. And we're doing a really cool video on Saturday. We are surprising a teacher. We're not gonna say much.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything else, but
Nothing
it's
else.
really, really amazing.
Very
so,
cool.
Everyone, thank you so, so much for being here. I love you so much. Thank you for being respectful. Like, I'm very conscious of the comments and whether someone is being like a troublemaker, or someone's being disrespectful either to us or to each other. But all I've seen thus far tonight is love, kindness, respect, support. And I want to honor you with that. I want to recognize you and to honor the beauty that you also bring our family. We could not be who we are without you. And so thank you for being here, for bringing out the best in us so that we can also bring out the best in you. That's what being a human family is all about. So also, if you want to learn more about spirituality, meditation, let me know. I don't want to do stuff that will make anyone feel uncomfortable, but what you can do is leave a comment on my Instagram and let me know, is that something that interests you? What other questions do you have? How can I support you? I'm listening. I may not always answer every DM because that's really hard to do, but I try to read as many comments as possible and to serve you, because that is one of my values, is to be of service. So be family for life. Thank you so much. I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
I'll see you next Wednesday. And of course, I'll see you on the internet.
All over the net.
But just know that wherever you are in the world, we love you. We adore you. You are loved. And we are your family as well. Thank you so, so much. We love you. 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 We love you.